here at the premiere of Superman Red Sun. You are playing a very iconic character, John Stewart, but it's an Elseworld story. So can you just start us off by letting us know, basically, how is this character similar to the John Stewart we know? How is he different?
Well, it's similar in the sense that he is John Stewart, one of the Green Lanterns, but very different, certainly from the Justice League, because in Justice League, John Stewart was the Green Lantern of Earth, and this is closer to the comic book version where he is part of the Corps. And especially in this story, we're very much a Green Lantern Corps, and not on a very cosmic level. We're sort of earthbound, because it's period. We're basically sort of like, the RAF,
okay,
but with rings.
Right. And, obviously we're seeing as we mentioned, an Elseworld story. We're seeing a lot of alt history and alternate takes on characters these days in pop culture. Do you think there's any reason specifically that these stories, audiences are hungry for them, creators are hungry for them as well?
Well, to me, it's part of the history of storytelling, is the retelling of stories.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, half of Shakespeare's plays were based on old stories from different times, different cultures. This is what we're doing, because there are tales that resonate through time. There's something about it, Goldilocks, whatever it is. We tell that story to the same way that someone told it 200 years ago, and it still has an effect. But now we're in a period where people have so much access to so many kinds of entertainment and kinds of stories that people want to see the same stories they knew in a different way.
Yes.
So you're not now, instead of Shakespeare taking it from Roman times, it's now us taking it from 20 years ago. But there's something about being able to take that story you know and love and see it from a slightly different angle and illuminate something else about it.
Sure.
But it still has that same sort of, thrill to it.
Gives it a whole new punch, if you will.
Yeah.
One interesting thing is, for our 10th anniversary, Fanbase Press, we're doing an initiative called Stories Matter that kind of touches on what you were talking about, how stories are important to humankind. They teach us how we can relate with others, teach us about ourselves, the world around us. Beyond the entertainment value, and it seems like there's a huge amount of entertainment value in this story, but beyond the entertainment value, what do you think that viewers could learn from this story? What does it tell us about ourselves or the world that we're living in?
Well, what's really interesting about the Superman Red Sun story, and especially this script, is nothing is what it seems, which I think is a very, very important idea for our culture at this time, because there's so much stuff that people are just reading headlines, reading, just the surface of everything. Right. It's like, oh, Superman's Russian, so he's the bad guy. Is he?
Right.
So one of the things I think people can take away from the story, and that I hope they will take away from the story, is don't just look at the surface. Don't just make an assumption based on the fact that he's got a hammer and sickle on his chest. Look and see what the story is really about.
Excellent. Well, Phil, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. We're really looking forward to seeing the movie.
Yes, great.
All right. Have a great night.